Okay. It is a crazy. This casting really ate down because these people are insane. Okay, so by now you know that um you know that uh Tucker won the veto. He used the veto on Angela. So Cedric had to nominate a replacement nominee. He nominated Mackenzie. Mackenzie used America's veto, took herself down, and now we are voting for a replacement. I'm here to tell you to vote for Quinn. Not because I hate Quinn, not because I think Quinn did anything wrong. I'm telling you to vote for Quinn because one, he's already expecting that he's going to be the nominee. He's prepared for it. Two, he said out loud in the backyard in the early morning hours, if you live on the East Coast, he said that what type of competition he thinks he can beat Tucker in the AI arena is, if you recall that rope competition where you had to untangle yourself from the rope, that Michael lost and he went home in the double in BB24. Quinn feels like he could beat Tucker in that. I don't know why he's saying that because I feel like Tucker would do very well at that. But Quinn thinks maybe because he's shorter, he feels like he'd be faster. I don't know. But Quinn thinks that he could beat Tucker in that. So what I'm telling y'all is, if tomorrow night the AI arena competition is similar to that, then you know that Allison wants Tucker to go home and Quinn to stay. Because y'all love to say that Allison loves her curly-haired, blonde men. And I don't even know if Quinn's hair looks brown to me, but, maybe it's close enough. So we're voting Quinn. But, okay, so when you go online to vote, you get 5 votes. If you watch an ad, you get 5 more votes. So that's 10 votes. So what I did is, I know that most likely the vote is going to be Quinn. I gave most of my votes to Quinn. Then I gave second most votes to Cam because y'all know I do not care for Cam. I don't give a fuck about Cam. Cam betrayed the original 2 allies that he made in this game when he spread information to Leah, who was not in any alliance that he is in. So then you lied and said that you were going to try to stay away from her, and then you didn't. He's not to be trusted. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not playing. Fuck Cam. And plus, he's a physical threat. So if he goes home, it helps everybody who's not a physical threat. Give my second most votes to Cam. And also, what I'm hoping is that Julie is going to read the top 3 vote getters before she says who the replacement nominee is. And I want Cam to hear his name and be terrified because I can't stand him. So that's why I give my second most votes to Cam. Then I gave some votes to Leah because I don't care for Leah anymore. I didn't appreciate the way that she was talking to Cam when he confronted her. I don't like her. Then I just found out that she was having a conversation with Joseph where she was saying that they were both talking about how they don't like Rubina because she's supposedly too loud and she's fake. First of all, lots of people in that house are loud. Plenty of people are loud. And second of all, fake. I don't know anything that Rubina has done that has been fake. So Leah, what you're really mad about is the fact that Tucker likes her and not you. So you want to be a mean, nasty girl? I'm going to give you some votes and you can sit on that block. You're not going to because it's going to be Quinn, but I'm going to give you the votes anyway. So I'm encouraging all of you to vote Quinn. If you don't want to vote Quinn, vote Cam. So that's what I'm encouraging all of you to do. Okay. So now we need to get to something else, okay? Because this does not make any sense. It does not make a lick of sense.
Okay. No. I'm really resisting right now.
Where is it, Steve? If I win.
Tucker and Rubina, I'm about to whack you both. And I love you, Rubina, but you're getting whacked. So Tucker, let me get this straight. So you're on the block because, like an idiot, you won the veto and used it on somebody else because you really thought that Quinn was going to go on the block, which even if he did, he would not have gone home. They are talking about on the feeds shortly ago, they were talking about that if Tucker's left on the block, they're voting Tucker out. You blew up. You thought you were blowing up Quinn's game. You actually blew up your own game because Quinn went on an apology tour, apologized to everybody. Everybody accepted his apology and said, if I was in your shoes, I would have done the same thing. So your plan didn't work. It was never going to work. You were never going to get the votes to get Quinn out. Never. So you're on the block. You fought. You tried to blow up Quinn's game in front of the whole house. You fought and attacked Cedric in front of 3 or 4 other people. And so now you think it's a good move to be in a room where anybody can walk in and open the door and be kissing Rubina when people who were kind of sort of in a showmance, one of them got voted out week 1. Okay. I understand that y'all like Tucker because he's fun feeds. The idiocy with which he is playing, I cannot take. I'm sorry. I want him to go home. I want him to go home because I don't care for the way he talked to Cedric at all. It was completely uncalled for. He's saying that Cedric lied and said that he didn't tell him to use the veto on himself. He absolutely told him to use the veto on himself. I don't respect that, the way that he handled that at all. He could not manage his emotions at all. You're 30 years old. You're whole ass fucking grown. You need to be able to do better. And the way that you're playing is horrible. And you are a huge threat. Huge. You have already won. You've already won 2 competitions. Most likely you're about to win your 3rd. You're a huge threat. You need to fucking go home. So, okay, next. Now we got to get to Miss Rubina. Rubina, girl. So you made T-Core do all that emotional labor to calm you down and tell you, oh, nobody thinks that you and Tucker are showmans. Like, it's okay. Everything's cool. Everything's fine. Stop worrying about it. You asked her to check you and to let you know if you're doing anything that makes it like you're in a showmance with Tucker. Just to be in a room where, again, anybody can open the door and be in his arms kissing him. Then, Rubina, you called yourself checking him, that you were going to check him because he's a little bit scared of you after the whole Cedric blow up happened and everything that you were trying to say to him. He was talking back to you and had a response and was arguing with you and didn't listen to anything that you said. He blew up his game in front of the entire house and you thought it was smart to cling to him and spend basically the whole fucking day with him. And then apparently you were in front of people and he had his head in your lap, I think Cedric said last night, and he was rubbing your leg. You think that's smart? These people think that they're on Love Island and you're on Big Brother, okay? Play a game for $750,000. This is a game for money. And y'all are not acting like it. So I'm sorry. Rubina, if you go home, you go home. Tucker, if you go home, you go home. Cam, if you go home, you go home. Leah, if you go home, you go home. Because y'all are not playing intelligently. Okay? And I don't respect it. I don't have any respect for it at all. Rubina, pull your head out of your ass and start thinking. Okay? Because you almost went on the block if it was not for T-Core. All right? Get a fucking grip, girl. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow night, or I guess tonight, because it's 2 a.m. here. I will be extremely shocked if Quinn is not the replacement nominee. But we'll see. It might be Cam, which I'm not going to lie, I would get a huge kick out of. So we'll see, friends. But yeah, if you want to let me know who you're voting for, feel free to do so in the comments. Also, as those of us who are not new to this but true to this know, there are ways to get more votes. So you can do that as well. See you in the next